ba-dum bum 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 dee bum 8-bit computer club bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Oh, hi Tonda. Is the 8 team. That's actually pretty good. Is the 8 team. Welcome in. Oh, hi everybody. It's your good friend Brian, and we're about to start the 8-bit computer club. Tonight we're going to be looking at the Texas Instrument computer 99-4A. It's listed as a 16-bit computer, but I always knew it as an 8-bit computer in my brain. And so let's find out if the TI 99-4A belongs in the 8-bit computer club. Oh, hi everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is Friday, and we are looking at our 8-bit computer stuff. We got our, like I said, we got that TI 99 right there, but we also are going to fire up the Commodore 64 Ultimate. Go ahead and get that fired up. There's the Starlight Edition getting all of his lights on, right? And we're going to look at some, might start off with a demo from the demo scene, right? And then maybe get into talking a little bit about this TI 99. As you can tell, this is a beige one. I have one of the silver and black ones too, but I did not have it at the ready. And so we're going to take a look at the one I do have, and then we're going to, it's going to just hang out a little bit on a Friday night. Welcome in. Oh, hi, everybody. Captain Kipper's here. David Akers, Tonda Gassa, Mayor McCheese, Puppy Kitten Trout. All of our good friends. Ron is here. What is going on? The cost reduced version, says Captain Kipper, and we may find out why it was cost reduced. Let me actually show you what I mean. All right, so I plugged in the computer. Let me see. I think. Yep. All right. Okay. So we got an audio blip, right? It went bloop 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 blip. So that looked good. So the little switch right here, on and off switch. All right, we're gonna turn it back off, right? And then we're gonna come back to our little turn it back on. Got a little boop bop beep. So press any key. I just turned this on just a few seconds before the show. By the way, we're running this through. I'm running this through the same cable we looked at last week, which was for the Commodore VIC-20 and the Atari 800, I believe, and a couple other systems. This is the pin out right here on this, and we've been using this. We've been using this video out to composite with the audio. And we've checked it out on the Atari 800, worked great. We've checked it out on the Commodore VIC-20, worked great. And we got the TI 99-4A in the US. Look at this. They're all pinned out the same, 3-4, 3-4, and the ones I'm concerned with. So there's those. And like I said, we are running this out to our RetroTink 5X. Looks fine, right? Captain says the danger pin powers the RF modulator, which is external. And I do have the RF modulator. We may look at it too, because it's a very nice RF modulator. It's very nice. Yeah, that's right. Captain Kipper says danger, 12 volt DC. So Zoe, that is a great question. Where is the any key? So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to press the space bar, because that's the any key, right? And then I'm going to hit other keys, and I'm going to hit, and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'm pressing all the keys. I'm pressing the keys, man, and I'm not seeing anything. Let me take a look here. I need to also... Oh, God, I could turn my monitor off. I'm like, why is it not showing up on my monitor? If I have two any keys, right? Dan Anderton, what is going on? So I'm hitting all the keys, and you see over here on the capture, nothing's happening, nothing's beeping. Nothing's making the noise. And I had actually left it on for a few minutes. And when I say a few minutes, I mean like 20 minutes earlier when I was getting everything prepped. And it was getting warm right in this area. I haven't opened this up, but I'm assuming something's going on. I'm assuming there is a bad chip somewhere. So I'm probably going to take this out and repair it. I was hoping we could get to play with it a little bit, but I have a silver and black one as well out in the garage, and maybe I'll try to get that one out if we can all agree. Houdini7 says, is the keyboard even attached internally? The way I received this, there was no reason why I should believe that it was not. Now, I'm not saying somebody hasn't worked on this thing, but I did not break it open. I just wanted to take a look and take a look. The cost reduced versions have cheap keyboards, and I've tried like really getting in on it. So I mean, like I'm really getting in on those keys. And then just for a second, I did look and go, there's not like an any key or nothing, is there? Yeah, it really is. Any key will normally work, right? That's the hope. Like I said, I picked this one up a while back from one of our community members. They said they were not sure if it was actually functional or not, and I said, sure, I'll take a chance. They had it on like Facebook Marketplace, and so they gave me a deal. It cost a little bit to ship it, but I covered the cost of the shipping because it's all fine. But it came in the box and everything. So we got the Texas Instrument home computer. $25 at the garage sale is where they picked this bad boy up, and like you said, Captain Kipper, this is the cost reduced version. But we're gonna talk about this tonight and talk about whether we think my camera's out there, whether we think this is actually belongs in the 8-bit computer club, because it does say that it is a 16-bit computer. It has a processor that is supposed to be 3 megahertz. But people have been arguing about this for close to 40 years on what exactly, let's see, what is that? What does that say up there? That says originally $59. What location was that? What is that? Can you tell? Can you tell where that's at? Does that say charge? Charge? What is that? Minor Box 2 says, Captain. Yeah, it says Prangle Way. I can't see the sticker. Prang Way. Is that right? Prang Way? All right. Don't know what that means. But anyway, Captain says mine or box 2. I had the silver and black version. I have a silver and black. It is not boxed, but that's fine. It doesn't have to be boxed. That's not a big deal to me. So we'll probably be taking a look at this one. I'll probably pop it open just to make sure it's nothing stupid like, maybe the keyboard cable is unplugged. But the fact that I'm just no longer than we just ran it just now, I can tell you that I'm feeling heat. And so the power supply is external, but I'm feeling some heat through this plastic right here. So if I had to guess, there's probably going to be a chip right here. This probably going to need to be replaced, but I don't know that. Maybe we'll take a look to see common problems with these particular units. Oh, so Captain Kipper says there is an internal power supply too. Okay, so maybe that actually, okay, then that makes me feel a little bit better, Captain Kipper, because the power supply is right here and it plugs in right here. So if that makes sense just from a design standpoint, that it would be in this area right here. But we'll take a look sometime soon. I'll maybe take some pictures, maybe do a little video. Tonda says, when I ask Google if it's 8-bit, even the AI part of the search result is like, get to me later. Says Tonda. So that's the question, right? Look, I'm no expert on the TI-99 4A. I've never even had one operational that I've looked at other than come up to this screen. I've had, I have no experience with them. I didn't have them growing up. I was a Commodore guy. Captain Chris, is this a stupid design? Does it have a weird power connector, 4 pins? I believe that is correct, Captain Kipper. It's got a weird, it's not like a barrel. It's like it almost looks like the 9-pin adapters on like, you know, like you'd have for your controllers and stuff. This is a little dongle. I don't know if you really see that. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I think's been the argument over the years. Parts of this computer are 8-bit, but the processor, which is how we typically were looking at computers at that time and rating them, we were mostly like, oh yes, the processor's 8-bit, so it uses 8-bit words, you know, yeah. So, but the CPU is 16. Then stuck in an 8-bit bus. Captain Kipper, that's right. Very good. And that's about as much as I know. And how do I know that much about it? Well, I did just like you guys did. I searched on the internet, and then I just dropped all the piles of paper that were in my lap. So I'm going to have to go down and dig that up in a minute. But that's okay. You know what? But that's okay. So let's take a look here. So, like I said, the big question tonight is does the Texas Instrument Model 99 4A, does it fit in with our 8-bit computer club? And if it does, then I will continue to repair this in line with this. It looks like here, if you go over to the National Museum of American History, right? That's over at americanhistory.si.edu. There's a write-up here about this, and it says when the TI 99 4A was introduced in 1981, because the 4 delivered in 70s. Okay, anyway, Texas Instruments claimed it was both a major breakthrough in computer technology and, probably more important, the lowest price 16-bit computer available. It only cost $525. The TI 99 4A was a redesign of the TI 99 4, which had been in a market failure and was discontinued. And I also believe that it was a 16-bit processor. The new machine sold well, but by August 1992, Texas Instruments was falling behind its competitors, especially Commodore. So it began offering a $100 rebate on the TI 99. I wonder if I have one of those in this box. It quickly became the best-selling home computer in America. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So for just a minute, with a rebate, were we that hungry? So it could be the best-selling computer in America, controlling by the end of 1982 approximately 35% of the market, 150,000 machines a month. Wow! And then in February 1983, TI cut the price to 150. Then in June 1983, it offered a plastic version of the TI 99 4A for less than $100. So is that what this one is? So is this the plastique? Is this the plastique one? Is this what we're talking about right here? Yeah, are you keeping up with Commodore? Because for just a minute, TI's keeping up with you. Oh, but the only problem is, since they cut those prices, but now it had gone too far. Classic mistake. It was selling computers for less than cost, resulting in a second quarter loss of $100 million. Wow. So this does operate on the TI, Texas Instrument, TMS 99,000 at 3 megahertz. So in comparison, the 6510, the Commodore 64, runs at 1 megahertz, right? And it's got included 16 kilobytes of RAM, and I believe this run on BASIC too, right? I think this is a version of BASIC, or did they have their own thing? Once again, like I said, I know very little about the TI 99, but we're going to learn more. And if we're good with admitting it into the 8-bit computer club, even though it's got a 16-bit processor, a good bit of it is 8-bit, and it behaves 8-bitish, right? Maybe even slower than some of the competitors who were only 8-bit. So it's not all about the CPU necessarily. Oh, Tonda says, what is this? I have a new keyboard, by the way. Oh, what is this one? An Ajaz AK820 Pro. Feels nice. Only $55. What is that? Is that one retro related, or is it just cool? Most of it is 8-bit, says Captain Kipper. David Aker says, I'm pretty sure the 8-bit bus would make it an 8-bit computer for our purposes. I'm going to go with that. So, all right, you know what time it is? I think it's Friday night. I think it's time for us to get this party started right. And to get this party started quickly, we're going to bring up our Commodore 64 Ultimate as soon as I remember to turn on that. And we're going to go look at the demo scene on here on the Commodore 64. We've started at the top in the past and we've gone down to the bottom. Let's get into what's Mark's movements. That is a single disker. Mathematica. That sounds interesting. Let's get into Mathematica. I remember the demo scene started when the crack demos were the ones that I started with, right? You'd get yourself a cracked game, and at the top would be an amazing demo of the crew that cracked it. The crew that cracked. Coffee. Are you keeping up with Commodore? Captain says the built-in RAM is only accessible via the video chip, so RAM access was slow. Pup Kitten Child says, I believe they run basic. I believe this comes basic installed right like on a chip. I think this has a chip that has basic on it. There's also, while we're loading that up, I don't want to miss it though. We'll talk about this as well. This was in the box as well. And we'll talk about what exactly that is very shortly. But unlike the Atari 800, which we have shown before, this one does not need a cart, even though it does have a cart slot, right? It's got a cart slot right in the front. Convenient. Yeah, Camkeeper says, need a cassette cable. I need to build one. Very good. Yeah, it's got a nice little cassette cable. This is taking a little longer than I thought. Now, I hear the drive clicking and clacking. Oh, okay, we got to turn the disc over already. So this 2-disker doesn't even get through with the demo until it runs both of them. So there's some math going on here. Oh, I probably should have just inserted it. I think I ran it. That's cleared the memory. I wonder how it's going to handle that. Yeah, I should have mounted. I did that. Captain says, can't the Ultimate run Jiffy DOS? You know what? We should try that. You want to do that? I think we should do that. So that's a really good question. Let's go ahead and I've actually purchased Jiffy DOS. You can still purchase Jiffy DOS, and we can throw that. It's the basic ROM, right? For that, and then of course you have to throw your Jiffy DOS on your drives as well. Is it the kernel? Because I thought we tried it on the kernel last time and it didn't work, because that's what I thought. I thought it was the kernel, and I was like, no, it's not working on that, because that made the most sense to me, because I'm like, why would you put it on the basic? But it's the disk operating system. I'm like, it can't include it. And I thought that didn't make any sense, but then it seems like for some reason that worked. But I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm going to go with Captain Kipper's assertion that is the deal. So let's power reset this thing. Let's do a full power cycle. Oh, you posted. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that keyboard here in a minute. Yeah, we got to put it on the drive, Captain Kipper, and on the kernel, which is what makes the most sense to me, right? Modified kernel. Hardware information is up in there. But it seemed like for some reason last time we did it, we ended up having to put it on the basic for some weird reason. But this could be, maybe that's a memory. Maybe I'm misremembering that. What did we say we're going to do? Mathematica. If you're not familiar with Jiffy DOS, we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But essentially, it helps load things faster. Does a lot of other stuff too, but you know. Okay, so look, it did show up the Jiffy DOS that time, so that's good. So it does like the Jiffy DOS is up there, so that's good. But you can purchase Jiffy DOS. That was so much faster, right? So much faster. This time, mount only. Mount only. Tana says, I got it mainly for the Mister, but it may become my daily driver. Nice. Oh, auto taking SID chip version. Okay, we got the old SID chip in here, it says. Welcome to Friday night. It's time for the club. And everybody in the club getting bitty. Bitsy. Nope, that doesn't work. Getting 8-bitsy. Tana says, crunchy, let's go. Very graffiti-ish. Purr. Is that a G-Win? Zorg? What does Buzz Lightyear think? Mathematica. Excuse me while I break out my compass and make some circles. Nice. Nice. Mathematical themed. I like that. Color. Tana says you need changing neon lights in the background during demo time. Not a bad idea. Flashy lights! Warning! Flashy lights! Back again. Guy reactions. Bad talks of smack. No. This is rap, man. Rap battle. Ooh, pumpkiny. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, that's a pretty cool effect. Fire. That's pretty cool. All right, I'll give you that. That's pretty good. Puppy says, it says my heart raced. If like I need to go outside and run around the block a few times. That fire was pretty cool, though. Oh, look at this. Ooh, in the club. Sure enough. We'll read about this just in a minute, though. I'm enjoying the funk on this one. Any guesses when this one was done? On the machine, we have stuff from all the way back from the 80s to the 2020s. I love that bass. Early 2000s, says Cap Gibber. Definitely graffiti inspired, right? That's pretty good. I like this. This Sid is kicking it. Oh, look. They're mathing it. It's very mathematical. What happens when math nerds to get together and makes a tech demo? It is pretty impressive. This must bass. It's going deep. Oh! Hey, crackers. It's another game to crack. That's right. I've seen people run this. I've seen people run this on some Castle Wolfenstein. Would you like to have a smacky first release? Yes. So smacky. Europeans, you think? Do it. Crack it. Link your intro. Tana dropping the math jokes. I co-sign off on this. Pie! Pie, everybody! Pie! Oh, reflex pie. There's your pie number. You're welcome. All the way to the end. Wait, there's no ... You keep going until you pass out. Everybody knows that. I've seen this a lot of times. I like this effect. Yeah. Made the rut. You ever watched anything? Anybody like describe all that? The Wraith? That's pretty cool. You ever heard somebody do a real computer sciencey breakdown of the fractals? Gonna give it a B for story, but an A for presentation. We've seen a lot with better stories, but the music is superb. I'm assuming Reflex is the group. And we'll see if these guys are doing anything currently on the scene. Hope you grabbed yourself a drink. Oh, and it is stopped. Oh, alphabetical order, apparently. Captain's ever play Rescue on Fractalus? I have... I don't think so. I don't think so, Captain. Jip, Locus. By the way, thank you earlier to Taz, who is resubbed for 42 months. Oh, been 58 months total, though. Look at that. Happy Commodore 64 Day. Welcome in. Ron also kicked us off with a resub. Thank you so much for that, Ron. Trinitron. Taz. Woo! Nuka says, watch demos like this as a kid. I always wanted to know why this took... Why could it be a game, right? Could have been a game. Way cool. All right, there we go. We got booted back out to Reflex. Let's take a look about the creators of this here demo. Mathematica was released on December the 29th, 1995. So kind of mid-90s. Reflex was founded in 1993. Reflex, flex, flex. You can find out more about the group. I'm going to take a look real quick to see if this group is doing anything. But this is distributed with the Commodore 64, and we have been listening to Mathematica. Pretty nice for a mid-90s release. Not bad at all. I didn't think it quite like some of the later stuff we've seen more recently, but definitely did not feel like necessarily the 80s. So it's spot on. All right. I'm going to head over to, if you head over to csdb.dk, which is a great place to find for about the Commodore scene. And we're going to do group, and this one is ID equals 3. Oh, no, they're number 3 in the ID. Nice. Founded by Condor, Hogan, Chainsaw, and Warp 8 in 1993. Do they have anything recent? They do. They have a demo in 2025. I'll bring you along for the ride if you like to check it out. Let's zoom in a little bit here so we can see a little better. Oh, what is that? Oh, I don't want to get excited with Claude. What is that? Is that an ad or something? Get out of my face with your AI ads. Let's take a look here. Where did it go? I thought this was the list. Oh, maybe this is how long they've been. Oh boy, that just. Oh, maybe this is releases down here. Okay. Is this all them? Okay, so this is them. So they have one more recently in 2025. And they got a 4K intro. Interesting. The Great Wave of Reflex. Very nice. Look what that say there. Brain Beat 2. It's like there's a lot of them here. Oh, the crack previews. That's where you start at, right? Hit your cracker scene. You start getting into demos, and you're like, oh, next thing you know, you're like, your whole life is nothing but demos. So this Signal Carnival took number 3 at the Wild Demo or Vision 2025, but in X 2024, Soul on Fire took number 1. I wonder if I have either one of these. Soul on Fire and Boo. Let's go back and take a look to see if I have any of these. Let's see, what did I say it was? Soul on Fire. Soul on Fire. So here we go. Let's take a look at a more modern version from this group. Probably different, maybe some different developers, but still, this is the group. We've been listening to the group that is Reflex, RFX. Let's take a listen to something recent they've done. Oh, took number one at this meetup called the C64 4K intro at X 2024. So let's take a look and listen at the hotness. It's a good rabbit hole. It's such a good rabbit hole. Look at this rabbit hole. Well, it's loading up. Oh yeah, SID tunes. Yeah, you can get SID tunes are great. Crozy, what is up, my friend? Welcome in. How are you on this Friday, Saturday? Nice. Oh, modern tools give you modern output. C64 only party at the X 2024. Yes, a 4K size limit, not 4K in resolution, right? Yeah. I like this effect. Nice. More? Less? Done? Get out of here? Did it stop? Dramatic pause? So this is xparty.net. This is apparently where they're doing this. The C64 party you yet again can't afford to miss. We were just watching the demo from 2024 that took first place in the 4K challenge, it looks like. Let's party like it's 1988. The X parties are renowned in the demo scene since 1995. Each edition just gets louder, colorfuler, stupider, drunker, and straight up awesomer. As usual, Silicon Ltd. and Xenon invite you to join us celebrating 8-bit culture. The current years, there's a new one coming out this year, right? We're doing it in 26 as well. Only 55 days left from this day is April the 10th. So apparently get your tickets now available. Look at that. So where is this exactly going to be at? Announced in Vandalism News. I did not know Vandalism News was a thing. That's cool. I like that graphic there. Very nice. Very nice. Crazy says, I live near an old Texas instrument plant in Massachusetts, and everyone around here had a TI-99, says Crozy. You could find one at any yard sale for the longest time. I got a couple units, a bunch of games, some still sealed in plastic. Nice. And we are taking a look. We're taking a look at that TI-99, the later economy they were losing money on. And we fired this up, and we had no joy. We got the screen, but then the keyboard was not functional. So we're going to look at that. But the big question was, do we want to invite the TI-99 into our 8-bit club, even though the processor is a 16-bit, and sometimes Texas Instrument would advertise such a thing. So yeah, I think personally, I think is 8-bit. I think it performs like an 8-bit computer. Mostly everything, it performs like an 8-bit computer. And most of us 8-bit, except for the processor. Captain Kipper says, for me, it's an era thing. I agree. Nuke wants to know, has anyone flashed a new firmware for their Ultimate? Is there a newer one than the one I currently have, Nuke? Let's take a look to see which one I have. Now, I am running Jiffy DOS right now to make everything a little faster. System information. Oh, it says it's 1:07, and it's actually 7 o'clock here for me at the PMs. So I wonder if I need to set my clock or whatever. So I've got the build version from 2025 11.10. Is there a newer one? 1.1 came out. They changed the number. Yes, this is the old version. 3.14 is now 1.0. Okay. Well, I'll look it up. If you guys want to hit me up with what the exciting points are about it, just let me know. Crozy says, I would allow it, just like TurboGrafx 16 is actually an 8-bit console. It's got the 16-bit spirit, right? So yeah, the Wraith, yeah, that's right. The X party is happening just before Nerdtacular, but I still, where the crap is this thing taking place? Is it is like a rave and just pops up? What is this? SC TRC Silicon Ltd. I don't know what any of this means, and that's just sad, right? Well, okay, I'm gonna take a look at the website again. Okay, so let's go back in here. So if you're enjoying the demo scene that we've been looking at, we got a registration, information, competitions, we got a schedule. Let's look at the information here. They're in pounds, so that tells me it's probably not local to me. Pack your party survival kit. I like that. I like this website too. It's very cute. I like it. Cute is probably not the word they want me to use, but that's too bad. I find it pleasing. There we go. It's in the Netherlands. There you go. Flying. Just grab yourself a flight. There you go. That's right. That's euros. Yeah, I'm sorry. What did I say? Did I say pounds? I meant euros. Apologies. Apologies. My bad. Not pounds. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I probably got the two conflated in my head. Whatever. Whatever, right? I'm an idiot. If you're watching me for the first time and realizing I'm an idiot, well, then who's the idiot? Hilarious. Okay, so here's a quick breakdown. Captain Kipper hit us up with the latest info on the latest firmware version, which recently was released for the Commodore 64 Ultimate. Key features and updates: USB mouse support. Wait, what? USB mouse support? I just complained about this on the Daily Tech News with me and Tom, well, Tom and Sarah and Roger. We all got together, and I don't know what's going to re-released, but anyway, I did a little show with those guys, and we talked about the Commodore 64 because Tom's got one as well, the Commodore 64 Ultimate. And one of the things I had said doesn't have USB mouse support because you can't just plug in your USB stuff. That's the reason why I bought this funky dongle thing here, adapter, because the USB ports were only used for like data stuff. And so I went to plug in a mouse and I had to buy this 9-pin adapter doodly. So now you're telling me this is actually spot on, because I wonder how it works with it. But anyway, I'm going to find out. This is I'll load it up this week and I'll find out how well it works. Use it via the 1351 mouse emulation, which is what I usually do. We're going to look at the GeOS or GeOS and that other GUI that they have tonight too. Works great for modern comfort, enhanced web interface, drag and drop support for SID program and CRT files. Interesting. Improved tooltips, styling a much better basic editor now with a stop button, uppercase options, better error handling, and no line wrapping for easier code viewing. Interesting. LED controller improvements, better simulation of classic 1541 drive LEDs, and support. Interesting. GeOS works best with an REU or GeOS RAM, right? Which are things you can set right here. Tonda says, I was watching an Old Play Retro last night where you complained about Tom getting his first, and he got this barely before me too, which was good. Tonda says, I'd include the 99, the text system, just because I love diving into old computers in general. All right, so we will keep it in rotation, and I will try to just at least troubleshoot off screen. Unless you guys want to watch a video or hang out on a Saturday or something, maybe can do a stream on the Discord server or something. Whatever we decide to do, and I'll pop it open and maybe troubleshoot the keyboard. Maybe see if that heat spot that I'm feeling is actually just the power supply, not a chip or something. But also I'll break out the silver and gray one I have as well. I don't know what the status of it is either. Did I say April the 4th? What did I put up? Did I put April the 4th? Oh, I did put April the 4th on my title. How did I do that? I know how I did it. I was doing too many things. Thank you so much, Gwalker's Death Rattle. Thank you so much. Let me see if that'll update. I'm going to update it there. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. That was a goober move. I was like, I'm Future Boy. I'm from the future. Yeah, but Time Lord. I got my TARDIS back here. I actually do have a TARDIS around here somewhere. Where's that thing at? Oh, I'll feel like such a Time Lord when she says, if Zoe's still around, I'll feel like such a Time Lord when I get to Nerdtacular this year and I get my Tom Baker scarf. And me and TV's Travis can have a scarf fight. Captain, it takes a bit of work to disassemble a 994A. It's RF shielded. Okay, that's, yeah, you know, that's fine, because I also got to break out the I actually ordered some new bits and things this past week, because I'm going to take apart my Atari 600 XL as well, and it's got a big old nice RF shielding thing. Did it? Yep, YouTube updated real time. Woo, thank you so much. Gawker's Death Rattle, thank you so much. Gawker's got it straightened. That's right. That's the Ray says that explains how Brian can store all of his consoles and computers. That's a fact. It is a trick what I do here. I'll need a nut driver or a needle nose. And I actually purchased, Captain Kipper, I actually purchased some nut drivers. And I'll post a link because I assumed. So this is a pretty good little kit here that I ordered. Wrong one. That I ordered not long ago, and it's specifically sizes that are typical of the nut sizes that were on these, especially for the RF shields, 'cause that's how they usually put the RF shields on. So if this works out well for me, I'll let you know which ones I got if anyone cares. There you go, little boxes and stuff. So yeah, I was gonna do it with some needle nose, and I was like, but if I have to do this a lot, that's gonna be a pain. I'm like, so I'll just get me some era appropriate nut driver. Got a big ass. Well, that was my wrestle move. That was my wrestle move in high school. Nut driver. Oh, so let's talk about this for just a second before we get back to some more demo scene stuff. Maybe some demos and the GUI interface. This is what I was talking about earlier, this little cable. Is it going to focus on me just the whole time? There it is. All right, so on the back side, near the power on this particular TI-99 is a 9-pin port, and this is a data set cable essentially, so I can use a tape recorder to plug in and then load up my data. So I don't know if I have any carts for this thing or not. I can't remember. I've got to go through my collection and my boxes and see if I have any carts for it, because I like to test the carts out as well. And I'm going to have to see if I can find just a regular old cassette player and see if I can get that to function too. Captain says I took mine apart to clean them. They were filthy. They were filthy and nasty. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's remember. We got to update our firmware, see how that works. And dadgummit, I can't believe it. I just recorded that thing with Tom, and one of the things that I was telling people to prepare for when they get it, because it's kind of like a product review kind of thing. We weren't doing an official product review, but just for the listeners of the podcast, anytime we have, if there's an interesting thing that maybe people would want in the community. And so I was talking about one of the things that was a consideration was that you wouldn't be able to use the mouse through the USB. So son of a butthole. By the time that comes out, it's going to be totally irrelevant. I'm going to get a whole bunch of, well, actually, stupid early adopter issues, right? The Wraith, your camera's focus is great now. I think because of the improved lighting. I think you're right. It is getting better. That lighting really helped a lot for the sensors and things. Keep showing you guys my Commodore 64 shirt. I need some more. By the way, had a pretty good 8-bit computer week myself. I got to set everything up on my desk. I talked about this recently, so now I have a station at the top of my desk for the computer I'm looking at. I'm keeping the Commodore 64 where I usually keep my primary keyboard. So I got that, and then I ordered. I am triple stacking. I purchased a pull-out drawer for my regular computer keyboard. So now I've got stacks on stacks on stacks. So I'm pretty excited. Yes, the Rainbow Chicken. It's the Wraith. That's right. The Commodore 64 Rainbow Chicken. So I'm very excited about. Yeah, that's my regular keyboard. Yeah, this is my. Ooh, we should while we're doing that, we should take a look at Tanagasa's keyboard. Oh boy, that looks. Boy, when you put light on stuff and you realize, oh my God, look how filthy and dusty stuff is on there. I'm ashamed to have shown that now. Boy, talk about good lighting, Tonda. I got some really good lighting in here showing all the filthiness. I'm going to get my little brush. I got some brushes that I clean that up. Yours may be the Royal Kludge. I love the Royal Kludge stuff. I don't know if there's like one manufacturer that makes all this stuff. Let's take a look at this keyboard that Tonda was telling us about. By the way, oh hi everybody. If you don't know who Tandagasa is, you should. He's a great retro gaming computer. Retro gaming computer? No, retro gaming. What's the word? Expert. I was going to say enthusiast. No, he's an expert. He's taught me so much about retro gaming. It's ridiculous. Especially with like the Mr. FPGA. Last week we were playing Parappa the Rapper, and I wasn't doing great. And I think with my setup, where'd you put it under gaming general? Where'd you say it? You stuck it at, Tonda? Oh, look at that. Yeah, we have something. We have some very similar colors, don't we? Look at that. I like that little mini keyboard, though. I like the little volume control inside. And I freaking love that. Is that like a programmable thing? Yeah, I like mine. But I don't have that. I wonder if I can program it. I do like that little blip. Is that also is that a programmable button? It can show time or an animated GIF. I think mine may do something like that as well. But man, I'll have to go back and look. But I like the placement of that. I like how small it is too. That's pretty cool. I like it. Yes, it's funny we went with similar color themes too, right? That's the hotness. Yeah, mine can show time. I think mine mostly just shows time, even though it's mostly wrong. Because it doesn't use the computer time. It uses its own you have to make sure that you launch the app from time to time. So that it can synchronize the time. Oh yeah, the keys are thunky. I'm trying to remember which color keys or color switches. I wonder what color switches I have in this one. I can't remember. 75% keyboard. That's right, the Wraith. But that's sexy. I like it. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and pop open. Oh, I'm just taking back to the end of that demo. Disk file browser. So there were two types of GUIs that came with the Commodore 64 Ultimate. It came on the cart like this. And of course I copied that over. But I think let's take a look. I'm most familiar with the GeOS because I was working with a tablet. And I think it had the most had the most support. GUI 64 uses a joystick in port 2. If you don't have one, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in now. That we'll take a look at that. So I'm using plug that into port 2. Gotta. Oh, look at that. It's already. Oh, I didn't know you can do that. I didn't know you could do that. Look at that. Look at there. I didn't know you could do that. Life changed. And that's me plugging in into port 2. All right. Tap the multifunction switch to enter the main menu. Select joystick. Set keyboard. Back out of the menu. Contents, description, operations. I just want to know some generalized information about this. Tom says, agree with Wraith. My main keyboard is 100% because I like 10 key. Me too. My main keyboard is also 100%. I have a couple of little smaller ones that I switch between. But yeah, I always end up going back to the full one because the keypad. I gotta have a keypad. I don't know why. I just do. The graphical user interface GUI for the Commodore 64, first released in November 2024. So this is a more recent release. So the other one is old school, right? So let's fire this one up. Now, I believe this system's set up for PAL. So I think we're going to do that. They're going to roll. Oh, that was super fast. Man, that just like, oh, I'm just running Jiffy DOS too. Okay. That's pretty simple. Okay, desktop pattern. So, I mean, it's just, I guess, just so you can do drag and drop file management and that kind of stuff, maybe? Oh, that's interesting. Why is it? It's because I chose PAL or something? Use S. So that's a 64 SC. So that's the accurate version, right? What am I looking at here? What am I looking here? Is that the demo disk we had in there? All right. Okay. New boot. View file sizes. So if we switch the disk to something like, can we mount something like that? I didn't think so. Let's mount this one. I think this is what I just made, like, I think I made a basic program or something on there. Okay, yeah. And that looks more normal. And I guess I can just double click. Okay, so I just double click it. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's kind of underwhelming. It's more, it's not a bad GUI. It's just, you know, yeah, it's not a bad GUI. It's just very basic. I guess it just, you know, does what it does. Yeah. I guess I was kind of like thinking you would have like shortcuts to applications and different things. So yeah, it's not an OS. It's just a GUI. Okay, so that's not what I was expecting. But okay, that's fine. What's wrong with that? Yeah, GeOS is an OS. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Now, when you get this, you do get a GeOS with the boot disk right here. But if you've never worked with like when you work with like a graphical user interface for machines of this era, you're probably gonna have to roll your own work disk, which is some of the descriptions they give you when you first start. But you got a boot disk. This gets you right into. I kind of think of this as like the modern version of the live disk that which you kind of do with Linux. Anybody use a live disk? You know, it's like you boot it up, and you know you pretty much have access to most applications. But when you turn it off, it just goes away, right? And then you boot it back up. It's kind of like that, just a live disk, like a demo of what's going on. So the boot disk is kind of like that. It'll boot up, has all the available stuff you'll need to create a work disk, so that you can then roll your own applications that you'll want access to, because it's going to be limited. Yeah, Tonda says, oh yeah, when I was experimenting with Linux, it was all live disk. That's right. And then usually in that live disk, they usually offer you the option of installing it. 64C was sold with GeOS and manual, says Captain Kipper. That's right. Yeah, the 64C, the more later model one, it's more responsive than some Windows 11 PCs. So that's a topic I think that's kind of going around a little bit right now, and something that I've been thinking about for a long time. And that is, oh, it's upside down. I always love when it does this. So by default, the GeOS has got, picked whatever driver. It's probably maybe taken from the last thing that I did, which may be the Qualipad or something else. Anyway, back to the discussion. Yeah, I think the more I deal with 8-bit computers, I'm like, even looking at the books for 8-bit computers, I'm like, everything they're doing for the home computer is essentially what we do with home computers now, but add in social media. I mean, just add in the social media component, which that was there in the earlier computers too. It just wasn't as central necessarily. And other than the graphical user interface becoming fancier, if you keep the user interface simple, lots of the computations and things are just, you know, I can do a lot of things on the 8-bit computer. Yeah, and AI probably stuff like, but I really don't think that the average user makes very good use of AI. It's all just a magic trick right now. Nukem says, pity they didn't make a basic ROM replacement that just had GeOS. Yeah, you know what? I bet you could. Wonder if you could program one. Maybe. It was compatibility issue with the GeOS was being updated a lot. Capkipper says. Yeah, I think a lot of people think they're using AI, and they're asking AI questions, and they're not actually getting to any point of productivity. It still feels like just, I'm using AI. What did you do with it? I've played around. It did some neat little magic tricks, but did you actually create anything? I let it format an email for me. I had it create a stupid image that I could post on Facebook that half the people got angry about and called it AI slop. That's kind of where AI is right now. It's kind of like it formatted something for me and nobody really noticed. Or I made something because I thought it looked cool. And then when I showed it to the people of the universe, 50% got really mad. Captain Giver says, I've never used AI to write a communication. Like simple emails and stuff. No, I don't either. We get so many AI resumes. Yeah. If I have used it. So where I work, we have like the big 365 or what Windows, what do they call it now? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The online version, Copilot, essentially. You know what's Copilot? And they still call it Copilot. Anyway, is that even right? Now I think I'm losing my freaking mind. Anyway, it's one of the services we have is the Copilot, and everybody wants to use it, and everybody wants to use AI. And since we pay for Copilot, it's all protected, at least as far as what they say. It's like okay, if you accidentally put any sensitive information in this, we won't train our AI on it, right? Yes, it's Copilot. M365 Copilot. And so people are constantly going, oh, I want to use AI. I want to use AI to do stuff, to make things easier. I hear all this stuff. And like, okay. And so I have to use Copilot so I've created some forms and some outlines and things, and I'll put at the top of it. I'll tell Copilot, say, put at the top of this, Copilot, this was summarized and formatted with Copilot, and then put a little like a survey at the top and see what people think. So I've been doing that a lot. So that's kind of how. So I have used Copilot. I have used AI for that kind of stuff. Buck Owen says AI is a lifesaver for yearly self-reviews if you are communicationally challenged and a humble gentleman farmer. That's right. Hey, speaking of gentleman farmer, do I remember that correct? Was the TI-99, is that the one that was like got his start like it's like some kind of farmer's equipment or something like that, or is that another system I'm thinking of? Thank you, Lapino. What is up? Thank you for that resub. Welcome in. Oh, hi, Before Tank Girl. Yeah. So that's I've done a lot of research on AI because I knew I was going to be asked about it. And so I needed to learn as quickly as I could, as much as I could about it. TRS-80 has the farmer's version. That's it. It was blue. That's it, Buck. That's it. The VIC-20 used in a lot of farms. Captain Giver says, very good. Fort Tinker, how's it going? We didn't mean to get into AI discussion, but we just talked about it briefly. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about a bunch of AI bull crap. We was just talking about what computers can do, what people actually use computers for at home. And, you know, what do you really need? What are we really gaining? All right. So I believe it is, is it Commodore I to get the input screen? If you boot into GeOS, it is. So if you boot into GeOS and you're like, oh, I'm not able to control this, or the controls are acting wonky, you can hit the Commodore I button on the keyboard, and then you will have the ability to move your cursor around using the keyboard. You won't be able to do this until you do this, until you get into this little input mode. At which point in time I can go, I want to use my my mouse, the 1351. What's up, Buggy Bananas? I only use 8-bit AI, says Puppy. It's kind of slow, though. You know, I mean, well, it's AI. I mean, come on. We know AI is more than just the other stuff. But yeah, you're right. You're right. So, I mean, why not? Come on. Let's just do it. It's just artificial intelligence, right? My main practical thing for AI at this point is too long didn't read bullet point summaries and news articles. Summarizing is typically what I do at work, because I think that's where most of the employees that are using it are end users. I think that takes a big workload off of them, and they like how it says the things that they were trying to say. And I'm like, Grammarly does that, right? But but that's the thing. And then I always tell them too, I'm like, okay, just be aware, even though you feel like your AI has communicated your idea clearly, the end user may not have the same experience that you do. So it's still, I've been trying to handhold everybody through this. But yeah. But that's what I do, man. That's what I do for a living. I was thinking the other day, I was like, it was when I was doing the Daily Tech News with Tom, and Sarah asked me, like, how do you want me to introduce you? And I was like, I mean, I've been a podcaster for 20 years. And I've been a programmer for over 30. And I guess those are the two big things. I mean, I'm also an artist, and I just like, and she says, you're thinking too hard. Just like, she's from the Frog Pants family. I was like, yeah, that's it. Frog Pants family. Yeah. Why are you asking me? Who am I? I don't know. Oh my God. Who am I? Oh my God. I don't know. How would I define myself in a sentence? I don't know. Right before Tanker, I thought you were a man of an international man of mystery for a living. That's right. Deep thoughts. 2 deep thoughts. I was like, no, don't ask me to define myself. I'm Brian. Oh, hi. All right. So I moved it away from the joystick now, which I was able to control with a minute ago. And now we're using our mouse. Let's take a look at that real quick. So I'm using my Amiga tank mouse that came with my A500 Mini, right? Little is that a laser, or what do you? I guess so. And then I showed you a little dongle. But now this next week, now that I know that there's a new firmware, I'm gonna update this bad boy and see if I can do it through the standard way, right? 007 Dunaway. The name is Dunaway. Brian Dunaway, right, Zoe? I'm a Renaissance man, Puppy Kitten Trap. Pippy Kitten Trap. Pippy Kitten Trap. All right, so let's take a look at this. We got the GeOS, right? We got this is your regular boot disk. It comes with some drivers, right? You got an MPS 803. So if you can actually virtualize on the Commodore 64 Ultimate. So you can print to file, and it will print to file, and you can then booty scoot it over to another machine and print it out. The race says, for personal use, the only thing I need Windows for is video games. When Valve officially releases SteamOS with NVIDIA support, I will drop Windows. I feel that. You can tell down your little corner on this system, on the GeOS, you can click on more pages, right? Just remember, this is a GUI that is not multitasking. It will allow you to move your mouse around. That's about it. Here's some of the GeOS information, desktop information. Select your printer if you want to. I believe we can set that in the system too. I think we could define. I think in the system here. Let's see. Printers in you got an IEC printer, or you can just do it to an output file, and you can output it to PNG, black and white. So essentially you can either use a real printer, or you can just send the printer information to an output file. And here's some of the little configurations and stuff you can do. But pretty neat. My homies, Luke, what is up? I'm not going to save that. But anyway, back in the GeOS. So if you wanted to do that, and that would work. So the default printer, I believe, it just is whichever one loads up. Because if you do not have the driver on the floppy disk that you loaded up, it ain't going to be there. So that's where they're at, right? Okay. And there's already a shortcut to the MPS 803, which is the one I think is the default on the desktop. And the desktop doesn't work quite like you think it does either. Oh, I had so much fun because I needed to copy work file stuff over for this Qualipad thing, and boy, was that fun. But this comes with a bunch of GeOS or GeOS applications, right? So let's take a look at some of these applications as well. But I think GeOS is very functional. I'm going to make this my daily driver. What you think? I want to take the challenge. You think I should take the 8-bit challenge? I couldn't do all the streaming and stuff too. I got to think about that for a minute. Capkeeper says the 803 is the Commodore graphics printer, right? Yeah, they had a word processor and other apps. Capkeeper, right? I gotta think about that for a minute. Would there be a way that we could set up some parameters that we try to complete our week with that? In an 8-bit computer way. I'll have to think about it. Go retro at work before Tech Girl. I would love to do that. I actually think I probably could accomplish most of that. Like at least one subset of my workflow. Maybe I can figure out like okay, so it'd be almost impossible. First thing I'm thinking is, how am I going to stream, Brian? How are you going to stream from an 8-bit computer? And how's it going to connect all this? Can't do that. All right, so can't do that, but I could have a workflow where I just spend the week doing that. Now I could record all of it using some I could record all the old school cameras, but then it wouldn't be live, right? I'd have to still dump that someplace. I'll think about it. Luke says, I just seen on the news that YouTube is raising their prices starting next month to $16.99 a month for regular premium. Not sure how much premium light will be. Probably like $10, but not sure, says Luke. Luke, what is it currently now, like $14.99? So is that like a $2 increase? I think I have it. You guys want to hear something terrible? Even if they, you know what, I'm not too upset about it, because I just found out when I was doing my taxes and stuff, I was going and I was dumping large data tables of everything I pay for in a year, and somehow or another, Captain Kipper, thank you so much. Oh, thanks for the club. Thank you, Captain Kipper. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna miss you, but have fun. Cough, ad block. Oh, are we going to add? Okay. What was I doing? Oh, so I looked, somehow or another, I was paying for YouTube Premium for 2 Gmail accounts. I did not realize it. I was seeing the YouTube charges coming in. I didn't realize I was getting, because they were so close to the times they were renewing, I thought that it was just the same one. It was just giving me through 2 different emails or something. And so I've been paying for over a year. I've been paying for 2 YouTube Premium accounts. I didn't even realize it. I was so mad. But I couldn't be too mad. I'm like, you idiot. You idiot. So even at $16.99, that's going to seem like a lot cheaper to me than it was. I just use Premium Lite, says Luke, but you don't get background play, which is what I mostly use it for. And you get ads during music, which, I couldn't take that. Don't use YouTube Music, but it blocks ads and everything. That's okay. Luke, he says you should request a refund. That sucks. I thought about it, and I feel like they probably would like go, yeah, we can refund you a couple of months. But I'm like, a whole year, sir. Yeah, I had 2 different Gmail accounts, and I don't know if I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I corrected it. Before Taker says, don't feel bad. Same thing happened to me with HBO. I somehow got it through Apple in the main website. Yeah. Yeah, they'd probably just give me credit for like 3 months. Yeah, I think they probably would. But it just feels so stupid. Luke, I love background play. Saves your battery. Yeah, I love background play. It's so good, especially with the music. By the way, Axel Nightshade, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, subscriber Prime, thank you so much for that. Axel Nightshade, thank you so much. That'll go a long way towards paying for that second YouTube Premium account that I forgot to cancel, apparently. So welcome in. Over here. Good Friday, Saturday, wherever in the world you are, Axel, and welcome in. Luke says I did that 2 years ago with Apple because it's so hard to cancel accounts, and I had wrong emails and passwords. Oh my gosh, so many times have I accidentally done that with Apple stuff. What was we doing? We were looking at let's get back into this. I was gonna look at some of these. So with your Commodore 64, if you get one, GeOS swap disk. So these are the ones you can swap in and out, right? These were all, I think these all came with, so you get a publisher type, you get a demo disc, I think. What is this disk pack? I'm not sure what that is. You got fonts, but basically you take all this stuff, and you can roll your own work disk, right? So we got Excel here. These are the drivers. I think I actually installed this one, the GeOS drivers, because I had like had some things. Zoe, thank you so much. You going off to sleep? It's good seeing you, Zoe. We love you. Have a good night. And we'll see you on the next show. Avian says, Brian, seriously, swing for the fences. Just be nice and apologetic and say you're an old man who doesn't understand this newfangled world. I don't understand. Please, just give me a few dollars back. Please, I'm on a fixed income. I'm old and stupid. All right. Thank you so much. The hype train has started. Thank you very much. Hilarious. All right. So apparently some type of file thing. And the paint was one of the reasons why I was really looking into publisher. Let's see what this demo. Oh no, let's look at the Desk Pack Plus. What is this? Don't forget to mount and not do the other. Oh, you know what? I mounted it on the first one, and this does not automatically refresh because this is old school. So we got to double click this. Now the stuff that was already loaded into the system, since I haven't restarted, all that stuff still running in the background, right? So we got calendar, graphics grabber, blackjack. Oh, who wants to play a little? Here's the games right here. Let's play some blackjack right here. They got a Rolodex there, a Geodex, a Geo merge. So for mail merging, maybe a graphics grabber. I don't know what that is. Sometimes okay. So there's the play. Start. Oh, nice. That is some. That is some serious. Oh my gosh, boy! Somebody knows what the noise channel is on this thing. Oh, okay. So I gotta choose beforehand. I'm just gonna say my bet is 10. My bet's 10, and my account is 1,000. So we're gonna say same. Throwing out the Jack Blacken. The dealer is showing a 7, and I got a 9-6 down here, which is basically 15. I'm gonna hit. I'm a gambling man. Oh, I busted. Those are sounds, says Tonda. That's right. If you have GeOS, you can also play some Jack Black. I guess solitaire was too hard. Okay, we got 7-2. Now I'm definitely gonna hit on this because there's only even an ace, which would be 11, right? 11 points. So that would still I couldn't bust here, so I got to hit. Ooh, that makes it difficult. All right, so now we're at 14, which makes the odds of any card below 7 is what we need. So a 7 and below, that is they're showing an 8. So 14. What's odds on this? What's odds? Hey, look, what do we care? It's not our money. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, ace, which is a 1. Which is a 1, so this is better. We have a chance to go. So 1 or 11, right? Let's just stay. Let's try to get the dealer to. Oh, the dealer had an 18. That's a crap. That's some crap right there. All right, keeping our bets the same. A 9 and a 0. That's supposed to be a queen. So that's a pretty good hand. Insurance. Ooh, what is insurance? Interesting. What is insurance? I'm not familiar with the term insurance in black. Does anybody know how that works? Player insured. Oh, that's good because they had a 21. Oh, so does that mean I didn't lose? What does that mean? Insurance protects you from losing to a blackjack. And guess what? We did, because that was a blackjack, David Akers. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so let's get biggie with it. Let's get biggie with it. Let's gamble. Let's do some gambling, man. I'm a gambling man. Oh, definitely. 8. Hit. Got to make it 21. Not going to make it that way. Really small card numbers for. All right. 12. Oh, queen. How does that work? We've just busted, haven't we? That's a bust, right? Yeah, I mean, because that's 21, right? Oh, that's blackjack. That's blackjack, baby. It's 21. I can math. So hit me. All right. I'm a winner. I bet big, and I won. Take that house. Take that house. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Oh, the little guy, we got an account of 1080. Tondiga says it should be insta win, but weird they let you hit again, right? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna ride it. Can we ride it? Ride or bet? Can we do that? All right, let's ride it. Let's ride this, the baby. Oh yeah, we're throwing another. We're taking the 100 and we're putting it back on there. Oh, with a 20. Whoo! This game rewards gambling. All right. Let's take a look at this. Let's stay it. Let's stay it. All right, here we go. We'll take that. Yeah, winner, chicken dinner. Dealer has busted. Yeah. All right. We're going to ride it again. Should we ride it again? Oh, I'm a big gambler. I'm a gambling man going 400. Uh-oh. Not as good. Maybe it says, good game, Brian. Time to road trip with Brian for a Vegas vacation. Yeah. Let's ride it. Who cares? These are space points anyway, right? This is how it starts. All right, let's gotta hit me. Not gonna win with that. Ooh, okay, let's see here. Da Fatty, what is going on? Brian says, when is the next Unreal Tournament stream? So there actually has been some new Unreal Tournament stuff that's came up. And I've been thinking about it, especially when I was looking at the bills for last year. And I'm still paying for that darn Unreal Tournament server. So we need to do it. Now, at one point in time, we were doing it on Monday nights. And we did it on Friday nights for a little bit, too. So that's a really good question, DeFatty. Give us, so we'll have to look into it. I need to get everything updated. And, we got to use that server, man. We got to either use it or shut it down. Got to do something. Can't keep paying double with that in the YouTube points. No. What do you guys think? I can either say, what is this? Quick, what's 6-7? What's 6-7? That's the worst. 13. 13 plus 11. That ain't gonna work because that's gonna bust. So I gotta say that's a 1. So that means we got 14 in our hand. Before Tank Girl, the gambler says, hit me, baby, one more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. Because, I mean, he's showing a king. I mean, you know he's got something better in there. We got to go. We got to go. Oh, I boosted. I busted. Oh, man. Oh, it was inevitable. Yeah. I always assume they're hidden card as a face, says Tonda. Yeah. Yep. 6 times 7 equals 42. Perfect. Got it to the Wraith. Why did you do that, says Vorteco. Why did you do that? How could you? All right. I'll go with the same bet. It's going to keep that ride money up there. Oh, that's 19. I'm staying with that. That's good. Yeah, take that, dealer. Oh, come on. We won. Rock and roll. All right, we're gonna let it ride. Ride that money. Ride that money. Is my times right now 6:30? I actually need to change the Tuesday because we've really... Oh, Friday's not right. All right, I've got it. Moobot, you need some adjustments. All right. Here we are on 8-Bit Computer Club. Right now, we're looking at the GeOS on the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and we're playing a little bit of blackjack, which comes with the system, right? Definitely gonna hit on a 4. Oh my gosh, 7. Come on. 17. Now it gets iffy. I'm gonna stay and hope the dealer bust. Oh, he's got 15. Oh, he's gonna do so. Oh, look at that. Busted. All right, here we go. Ooh, we're shuffling. We went through the deck. Here we go. All right, let's get some more of this going on. Let's see here. We're gonna ride it. We're gonna ride one more time. Look at us. We're already at like 2080. Whoo, we're betting 1,600. We going home big, baby. All right, we got 17. Boy. Whoo. Yeah, these hard noises, Wraith. They're hard. 14. Look, he's gonna hit. Oh, look at that. The dealer wins. Ain't that a bunch of crap? Oh, I can't bet that much. What do I do when I try to do that? Okay, it just goes to the maximum. Okay. This goes to the maximum. Let's see what happens when we bust. When we bust bank, right? 16. I'm gonna hit one more time. Oh no! I busted hard. Oh, you lose. There you go. When you lose, you lose. Oh well. Donna says phrasing. Oh, by the way, hi everybody. Hope you're having a good Friday or Saturday, wherever in the world you are. This is the 8-Bit, your local 8-Bit Computer Club. Started out of the desire to gather with my friends and talk about one of my favorite times in my life, programming on the 8-bit computers of my youth, Commodore VIC-20, Commodore 64, and never did anything beyond basic programming and type-in programmings. But I have a desire to hang out with people who love 8-bit computers as much as I do, and to hopefully inspire me to do some assembly programming, including a video game demo for 8-bit computing. I've asked you guys to please join me here on Friday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk about 8-bit computers and everything surrounding that. The past, the future, all of it. Repairs, maintenance, all of it. Just hanging out, having a good time. I see there's an icon editor. So one of the things I have question about, I need a sprite editor for my game. So one thing I can do now, one way we would do it back in the day is we'd bust out a piece of paper, right? We'd bust out a piece of paper. Friend. Hobbs, welcome in, or Hebs, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Saturday or Friday, wherever in the world you are. This is the Commodore 64 Sketch and Design Book. This is the 3rd edition, right? So usually the sprite editors begin with just breaking out a piece of paper, but I do know there are some sprite editors of the time, right? Or you could probably even write your own sprite editors. As you can see here, we've got some grids here, 3 across, 3 up, 24 by, what's the sprite? Single color sprite. Let me see. Okay, so this has either or. You just have to be smart enough to know that if you're using the 4 color, that you'll need to double width the sprite blocks, and we'll talk about that eventually when I get to that point. Oh, see, custom character worksheets as well. Want to make our own character sets? Maybe we'll do that too. Oh, look at this. Oh, get a whole screenshot. So this is the whole bitmap mode when you're going to make your whole image there, right? Okay. Oh, got a music worksheet for your SIDS. Look at that. I need to get one of those overlay things for the keyboard and stuff too. That's kind of neat. I haven't seen that before. Okay. But yeah, we got that. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend, I'll give a shout out to my good friend Tanda Gasa, who is a retro video gamer and 8-bit enthusiast, I believe, or just likes to hang out with me, which is great because I love Tanda Gasa. And man, the only thing stopping us is distance from hanging out, because we'd be doing it every day. We'd be heading to the pinball halls and hanging out, playing video games, and just having a good time. Heb says doing good in Ohio. I didn't get to go to Ohio this year. But that's awesome. So still Friday. That's right. Still Friday. Just hanging out, playing Rogue on the 5140. Nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Let's take a look here. Can't argue with that. So good to see you. Welcome in. I've been to Ohio plenty of times. We have indoor percussion. And we would often travel up to Ohio for finals and competitions. This year we went to Atlanta, but it's always a good trip up there. I like visiting the retro game stores. Axel Nightshade says, I've been having fun with Turbo Macro Pro for assembly programming. Oh, that is awesome. I have been teaching myself assembly, Axel. Oh, it looks like the ad actually broke in. I was trying to snooze it a couple of times. Oh well, I guess it beat us that. I'm going to do this though while people are in the ad, so they'll know they're not missing anything. We're going to be talking about this shortly too. But actually, I think you gave a sub, so you should be watching the ad right now, so that's great. But yeah, Turbo Macro Pro for assembly programming. That sounds like an interesting way to go. Last week, I was looking at the Commodore VIC-20, and I was looking at the Hesmon and the fourth programming language. I have carts for both for my Commodore VIC-20. I need to settle in though and pick an assembler and get with it. So are you what are you programming exactly in your assembly? Are you programming anything specific? Do you have a project going on? And please feel free to share it in the server if you are in the chat, or you can do it on the server too. We have a Discord server. We have an 8-Bit Computer Club channel. Now's a good time to shout that out as well. But yeah, do go. Did I actually get it? Did it actually shout out? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, go follow Tanagasa. Great streamer, recently partnered and is doing these mega streams on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's so much fun. I believe, is it always Tanda, is it always like request on? I'm pretty sure I mostly catch you on Saturdays. Sundays usually are a little more hectic with film sack, but I'll usually at least fire you up and listen as I do things around the office on Saturdays. Are you doing anything like long term, or is it mostly still just request on the weekends? Request on Sundays, main game on Saturdays. Well, maybe I'm backwards then. That can't be right, but maybe I am. I don't know. I usually watch you on Saturdays. Maybe it has been Sunday afternoons after film sack. It has been. My Saturdays have been me going out of town watching the indoor percussion. Not this week. We're done. Welcome back from the ad. Don't worry, we didn't leave without you. We were just talking about Tandagasa and talking to Axel Nightshade, who is doing some assembly programming and just hanging out here on the 8-Bit Computer Club. Just a simple helicopter game. Great to vibe code with it a bit like Thrust. Oh, very good. Yeah, Axel, if you make any progress on that and you want to share it with the community, let us know. We're always into those kind of things. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to post the Discord link to the Mission Deep Discord server where the 8-Bit Computer Club channel exists. All right. Tonda says, I was going to make a choplifter joke. Isn't that awesome? So that's a running gag for those who do not watch the Play Retro Show. So I do the Play Retro Show once a week on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. with Scott Johnson. And then I usually stream the gameplay on Monday nights and Tuesday night And this next week we're covering Neverwinter Nights. Last week we covered Parappa the Rapper, thanks to Tom Nagasa, actually, who had recommended that a while back, and I was too chicken to do it until more recently. I still didn't prove myself, but it did make me realize I need to look at my performance on my Mister. I need to look at my settings and things. Okay, so this one takes a little bit more. I might have to make a work disk for that one, because I think it has to have. Oh, let me see. I think we can mount. Did we ever turn on? I don't know if we ever turned on in our system here. By the way, if you're just tuning in, a couple of the topics tonight are: should we let the TI-99 4A into the 8-bit computer club, despite its 16-bit processor? I think we mostly agree that it should, because a good bit of it is 8-bit, and it gets bottlenecked in a lot of places that make it perform like an 8-bit computer, even though it does have a 16-bit processor with 3 megahertz. We've been looking at the demo scene, and even looked at one of the really cool demo parties that is coming up in, I believe, the Netherlands. I looked at a couple of demo scenes from one of the winners from previous years. And we're looking at the GUI GeOS interface that comes with the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and so forth. I did want to talk about this a little bit. So this is the later TI-99, and this came in the box. What's in the box, Brian? What's in the box? Well, TextNet. What is it? SM? I mean, I'm used to trademark. What is that? Small mark? Information service, a special edition of The Source, with many extra features designed specifically for users of the TI home computer. I was not a Texas Instrument user. We do have one person who's from Texas, said everybody had one in Texas. Surface Mark, David Aker says, that could be Surface Mark. That makes sense. More than 1,200 programs and services at your fingertips. Interesting. Oh, Tonda had so much fun playing Parappa the Rapper, even if it was stressful. I felt really good about myself for actually taking the challenge and actually doing it. That made me feel pretty good. Like I said, I have performance anxiety with that type of stuff, like with rhythm games. And you guys all watching me, it was great. Oh, Mary Cheese. Oh, is it time for the Artemis 2 Splashdown? That's right. When is it? Like, I knew it was supposed to be like 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time. So has it splashed down, Mayor McCheese? This is in the Artemis 2 for those later on right now. So we'll take a look too and see what information we can see about that. 7:30, I thought, says before Tank Girl. The Artemis 2 right now is has just returned to Earth. The first manned spaceship to the moon in 50 plus years. And hopefully they've all returned home safely. I guess Splashdown is we should hopefully at least be, that's a good sign, right? Of course, we won't know until we pull them out of there and look and see if they've been infected by aliens, right? And then we'll have to rethink everything. So the capsule is floating. Oh, that's that one. We were looking earlier at Tonda's keyboard. Let's take a look here, and that's the wrong one, Brian. That's the wrong one. Axelitis, did the flat panel on the right of the TI have any function? That's a really good question. It's just a clearance for the cartridges. So that's a really good question. So yeah, this flat panel here, the cartridges go right back here. So it's just a clearance. I think it's mostly just a style choice, I believe, right? This is the later model that was the more inexpensive one. I have one of the other, the black and gray ones as well, and maybe we'll have a little better answer. I think the carts have varying lengths too. So, let's take I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong? Hilarious. Track Artemis in real time. There we go. Let's see what they if they have anything about the splashdown itself. You would think just like on the front page of NASA, they'd be like, hey man, news and events. Let's take a look here. Crew preps for that. No. I guess if you want the latest information, I guess you'll have to go elsewhere. Anybody got a lead on something that we could? Oh, here's NASA Plus Live, but I don't have live. Can you just watch it anyway? Is it okay? Here we go. All right, we don't want to steal too much from this because we want people to go to nasa.gov, right, and look at this. It was something about the complexion. They're in great condition. That's what means. So stable one upright. The crew module upright system is being deployed. The 5 airbags have been inflated through helium to maintain the upright position. Okay, all right, very nice. Making history here. Artemis 2 has returned. Okay, maybe this is a little bit time shifted. So this must have been the actual splashdown, but it's already happened, right? It's on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, Tana says, I think it's okay to rebroadcast for commentary. There are 3 speedboats in the water headed to the capsule. Okay. Oh, maybe that was just earlier then. Is that... Was it, okay, so I had splashdown. Okay. And we may be delayed by just a minute or two. We're not gonna stay too long on this, because this is the 8-Bit Computer Club. But if you know, I mean, some of the first computers in space were very rudimentary. How we got to space is probably even advanced a lot of our 8-bit computing stuff, right? Don't go full screen. All right, don't go full screen. So it is a live view. Oh, no sharks. Oh, no, now we did go full screen. Oh, so this is just YouTube. All right. Very apt to play Lunar Lander. Yeah, ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe we should play some Lunar Lander next. So it looks like they've made it home. So that's awesome. Congratulations to the crew of the Artemis 2. Doing something humans haven't done in a long time. This is an international effort. So good job in a time when it seems like the world can't agree on things. We have at least agreed on cooperation to get back to the moon, take a swing around. Some of our first steps we'll have to do to get, if we're planning on going to like Mars, right? If we want to be like Matt Damon in The Martian, we're gonna have to have a place to launch off from, right? Gonna put ourselves a moon base up there, right? Us Gen Xers were nervous about takeoff, especially. Absolutely, Lapino. That is a fact. A lot of Gen Xers that I know of a certain age, a certain group of the Gen Xers. If you're like me, if you had a cool teacher, I was in middle school, and the teacher rolled in the TV as we watched it live, and then we saw the explosion. Didn't understand it, what was going on. But I remember the teacher going back out in the hall and talking to other teachers, and we're all kind of like, and she looked very serious and was like, what is going on? What is what is going on? And she eventually came back in, and she didn't say anything, and she just rolled the TV on out. It was rough. And then you know, I don't even know how we were. I don't even remember paying that much. It was the first teacher going into space, and so it was. Yeah, they had a teacher lapping it, right? They had a teacher on board, and so yeah, they were encouraged to show it to the kids to kind of reinvigorate our interest in space flight, right? Because it had kind of become routine with the space shuttles, right? And so it was pretty exciting that a teacher was going into space, and so. Remember hearing about it? Yeah. The fact I didn't see it live because my 6th grade teacher was a jerk. The other 6th grade class got to see it. We were one. I don't know how many other teachers were doing it. But yeah, my teacher was doing it, and I won't say her name, but she was a cool teacher. She was the teacher that would if it was a nice sunny day outside, She was my 8th grade teacher, and if it was a nice sunny day outside, we'd just go outside, and she would bring her guitar, and she'd play music, and just, I know it had to devastate her. She was such an emotional person and wore it on her sleeve, and so yeah, I'm sure she was probably devastated that she brought the TV in and showed her class, a terrible incident. But luckily, look at this. Artemis 2 is when I out there looked, it's like, yeah, you got to, and it's like, why did they land on the moon? Well, because you got to go check it out, right? You got to go in stages, just like the rockets are staged. You got to stage your return to the moon, right? And this was to make sure nothing has moved since the last time we were there. Is everything still there? Is it nothing's changed? We didn't miss any action up here. It's been a while, and so yeah, just a little sightseeing expedition, right? The Wraith. But yeah, I could laugh about it now, but somebody was playing the other night. Somebody was playing, because I've seen the footage afterwards. I don't remember hearing what was going on at the time when we watched it live. I just knew after that, I was kind of paying attention, not paying attention, looking up. The thing that was so traumatic to me was seeing the teacher's reaction. But I didn't really watch it. Like, I watched it and saw it, and I just didn't understand what I was seeing, because it's like, what is this? I mean, but anyway, yeah, going back and listening to the audio stuff. Someone was listening to the audio the other day, and it's like, I could just feel my anxiety just rising because of it. So yeah, it's weird, right? All right. So yeah, Artemis 2, Splashdown. They're back, baby. You did it. No, don't give us nothing. I don't know what you picked up out in space, but don't give it to us. Puppy says, in a weird way, I looked out and I was sick that day and in bed. When it happened, wasn't at school, watching live with all my friends. Yep. I know, DeFatty, right? It's already been 10 days. It's hard to believe it's already been 10 days. Same. All right, so we have disabled the second drive, so I'm going to re-enable it. We are using Jiffy DOS on these tonight. We decided to do that to make things go a little bit faster. I'm not sure if I'll have to reboot, but I think I will. I think I'll bring GeOS back up. So this might load a little faster on mine than when you're loading it up later. And the reason why, like I said, is because I have... let's actually mount the swap disk first. What's this GeoGIF? I'm not sure what that is. Let's go back into that one. We're going to mount this on B. Oh, then went back in there. That's fine. But I think we're also going to just reboot it completely. Forte Girl says we need to check for aliens, lunar monster attack. Has anybody checked outside of the capsule to make sure there was no like hanger-ons? Mary Cheese says, personally, I will welcome our alien overlords. Can't be worse than what we got right before Tank Girl. But yeah, like I said, it's an amazing. It's something we needed. We really needed this. Whether or not you think we should be spending money on going back to space and, look at all these problems down here. The fact is, international effort to stick it to China and Russia for creating a pact with other countries to go to the moon. And we're like, oh yeah. Well, you know what? We're going back too then. You know what? And you know who's not invited? But other than that select small exclusion who's already doing their own things, we went out and we really communicated with other countries and stuff, right? Yeah, space experiments further mankind, right? You get the badge, but quite literally drops enabled, right? Yeah. There are no Klingons. Yeah, so no Klingons, Avian says. Hilarious. Yeah. So that I like that one of the tags for NASA's Twitch broadcast is drops enabled. I love that. That is great. Tom Lowry, what's up? Was it Space Nutella premeditated advertising? That's a really good question, Tom. And we talked a little bit about that on the Play Retro show, pre-show this past week, and on the TMS a bit on Wednesday, I believe. And yeah, you are allowed to groan, Brian says, Avian. No, I think that's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Yeah. So I'm down. I am down. So okay, so now we've got both of our 1541 drives rocking, right? You can only have one disk loaded up at a time. That's basically this desktop application that's running right now. Now I'm going to try to. I'm not sure what the difference is between the blue and the green. Does that mean I have to load, or I have to create a work disk to make this work? It says there's 18 objects, but nothing on second page. Maybe there's 10. Oh, there's 10 files. Okay, is that page 17? Oh, it's just going to roll back around. Okay, so there's a maximum, maybe 18 pages. There's 10 files. If we go up, okay, all right. Photo manager. Ooh, there's the Commodore font. Got some info. Axel Nightshade said, I wonder how to get the second drive to work. Now I know. Yes, you are so welcome. And if you're interested in making things faster, you can still purchase Jiffy DOS as an item. There's still a company who owns it and distributes it, and you can load those right up in your system. If you're ever interested in knowing how to do that, just let me know. It says the race says 3082. That's right. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between the green and the blue icons. Feels significant. Choose your nerves, choose Jiffy DOS. By the way, this clock had to set the clock every time you started GeOS because there was no real-time clock to speak of. So that's the reason why it says 11:08:05 and 1:03 p.m. Now that's right. All right, let's see what let's read the messages this time. Let's read the messages. After we read these messages, we'll be right here. Okay. Here we go. Tom says, I prefer people conjuring conspiracies about Nutella as opposed to whether or not the moon trick was faked. That's a fact. Oh, yeah. Axel says, I was thinking about that. It's not that much. I was using Dolphin DOS. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, and it's pretty easy to load up to on the, like I said, I don't know which way you want to eventually go. But I have it. It's supposed to only be single use, but I used it on different things. I got a Vice set up. And I have this set up. And, I was like, hey, I bought it. All right, come on. Let me use it multiple places. I mean, come on. But yeah, if you go to your memory ROMs and stuff, you can set it to that one. I just ordered the big pack. I think it was like $30 or something. And then of course you can program these. You can either use the 1541 or 1571 and so forth, but just replace your ROMs. It's a lot faster experience. But you may be looking for an authentic experience. I don't know. I still don't understand. Like I said, I don't understand what the difference between blue, but I do know that every time I try to launch a blue, it doesn't do it. So that makes me think maybe these are not launchable files, and now I think I made it angry. I think I made it angry now, because now it's not responding at all. All right. So I must have really pooped it. All right, let's take a look here. And if you just load the disk, if you run the disk, it will restart it. So essentially you just run it again. It's like a quick reset. So excited the Artemis crew is back home, though. Please don't reply. But I did like some of the like watching the Artemis 2 and listening to them doing tech support for Outlook early in the mission. That's great. Yeah, Tom Larry, definitely a blue screen of death, right? Blue screen of death. So our projects this week are, before we do their next 8-bit computer club, we need to. I need to get a list of sprite editors that I may want to use for making some sprites. We got to get moving on this thing, right? Now that Zoe's through with indoor percussion, my Saturday should start opening up a little bit, so I should be able to do some more time for design and things, and some repairs for some 8-bit computers. So I need to get a sprite editor for next week. We've decided that the the TI-99 4A fits in with our 8-bit computer club. So I'll probably get the other one I have out to see if it functions just by default. And I'll probably crack open this TI-99 that we've been looking at tonight. It is not responding to keyboard inputs. Let's just make sure that's the same. So sometimes like old capacitors and stuff can take a little bit. So like just running the computer for a while sometimes can create a difference. So I ran it for like about 30 minutes earlier, and it started getting warm in this area. But we think that possibly that's just internal power supply components. It may not be chips. We'll see. But when I am pressing keys, I'm pressing the any key. I'm pressing all the any keys. And I'm getting nothing there. So I'll try to troubleshoot just to make sure that like the contact is just good on the keyboard. Just make sure no one's ever been in this thing and just like left something plugged or something like that. I don't know if anybody has been in it or not. I don't think it doesn't look like it's ever been open, just at quick visual inspection, but I haven't gotten in there and really stared at it. Forward Tanker, have you decided on the theme of the game we're gonna work on this year? I have. It's gonna be a Pitfall type game, but not nearly as in depth. So we'll see how that works. Let me see. Why is my that should be 3. That should be number 3. That should be what you doing there, Commodore? Am I keeping up with Commodore? Commodore's keeping up with me. The race says keyboard disconnect on the inside. Yeah, that's what we're gonna look at. That's gonna be the low hanging fruit, right? Forward, hey youngster, what's up? So sprite editor, take a peek inside this TI-99 4A. If I find something easy and fun, I may just leave it open so we can take a look inside of it next week. If nothing else, I may see if I can find a solution. If I do find a solution, I'll leave the screws out, and then maybe I'll just point to the solution and show you what I did if I get that lucky. Amy says, hello, IT. Yeah, so Axel says ribbon cables normally perish if it used that. That's what I'm curious about. We're gonna find out. And like I said, I'll bust out. I'll bring out the other TI-99, the gray and black one I got. Bussin'. Tonda says you should get an honorary Activision badge for making something Pitfall. I agree. And when I say when you guys imagine Pitfall, don't imagine that I'm going to make Pitfall. All right. Imagine I'm going to make something with the mechanics of Pitfall, screen to screen, simple, very basic platforming, right? And it may not even be a fully functional game as much as just a proof of concept. And Thomas, remember when they gave out badges for getting high score? I do. And actually, Brian Ibbis sent me some really cool little pins and stuff too. Yeah, don't you love the little trash can, Tom Lowry? It seems so pointless too. Warp, we did. We turned on turned it on for a minute and took a look. We did indeed. So yeah, we absolutely did. But we didn't watch all of it, and we kept the audio off. Can you jump on I can't ever say it. Capybaras instead of gators? Yes. Capybaras. Oh my gosh, I can never say it. It's the big giant rodents. Small steps, says Axel. That's right. And I haven't tried the Colonel ROM, the Dolphin DOS 2 or anything yet? I need to check that out too. Are you enjoying that, Axel? Astronaut says Warforce says all the astronauts are Gen X. Yes. Capybaras. There you go. Capybaras. You got it. The race says honorary badge from Activision equals cease and desist. Oh, it's definitely not going to be. There's going to be very little to recognize as actual Activision property, right? They're not going to be upset about what I do. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Honorary badge, baby. Bringing it home. All right. Hey, look, it's Friday, and we've done the 8-Bit Computer Club, and I've had a blast, and we're going to do it again this next week. And if you had any sense, you would be back at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. So yeah, let's do that. Let's hang out. What else we got going on? So I need Sprite Editor, TI-99 fix. More demo. I think we should go out with a demo. What do you think? I think we should watch another demo from the demo scene and talk more about that real quick. Oh, I had so much fun. Let's go out on a demo here. If you're not familiar with the demo scene of the Commodore 64 or the Amiga, you've been missing out. We usually start off our Friday nights with one, and we'll end it as well. Let's look at this Mojo. That multiverse sounds interesting. Oh, Mojo is a 4-discer. Do we have that kind of time? Oh, multiverse is too. You know what? We're going in. We're going to do it anyway. Right, Tom Lowry? The C-64 lived and died between moon voyages. That's a good way to look at it. I actually like that. That's actually pretty good. I think we'll save that. Not hearing any audio though. Ron, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, Wonderland was awesome. We watched that one a few weeks ago, and that was awesome. We need to watch that one again though. Will you be doing music for my game? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I love this. This is pretty cool. Live footage of the moon. That's right. Right from the Artemis 2, right to the Commodore 64. Oh, look at this. How appropriate. Oh, that is... Multiverse. Exactly how it's done in real life, right, Forte Girl? Same. It's the Hedgehog. Deetsay! CRT. I love those shapes. Holy smokes. Dr. Science! KK. Bonefish. Yeah, crunchy square waves, Tom. Joe. And Joe. Hammer Fist. It really is, Donda. CRT is a big get for a nickname. I guess you call it what you want to when you're making your own demos. This is definitely a later demo, and I love it. I'm guessing 2022 or later. Monkey. It's beautiful. If you're unsure about what an 8-bit computer can do in 2026, check it. It can get a party started. Monkey says 8-bit computers 2026 might be all we can afford. What? Warning, flashing lights, by the way. This is the flashing lights part that you see this warning for. Drop that beat. Woo. There, look at the chicken lips. Commodore chicken lips wavy style. Quicks. Oh, that's pretty cool. Axel says the power of math and imagination. Oh, now on the Amiga. Yeah. The Amiga demo scene will be something I have to hit as well. I like this effect. I feel like I'm in a tube. I'm in a tube! Totally tubular. The suspense is building. Wait for it. Oh, it says flip disk. I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it. I was like, what are they waiting for? Is it about to drop? And I'm like, oh, this is flip disk. I can read it now. Drop. Love it. Nah, y'all. We're in subspace. Featuring subspacies. This feels like when I push my eyes too hard. Don't do that. Ooh, it's like those little bumble ball things. Love that. Gosh. How do they do that? Ooh, everlasting gobstopper. Good comparison. That's what it looks like. We're inside Epcot. We do shapes. That's so cool. I wish I understood how I don't know. I love it. Axel, amazing bit bashing. Masters of the machine. Ooh, look at these odd shapes. How do you even? Fucking inside the body of Chris Rock. That's the thing, right? Stay with that cartoon. Osmosis Jones, right? Nailed it. This Chris Rock, right? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I love when they do the audio stuff, when they do the audio voice stuff. And this time, they clearly labeled the flip disk for morons like me. Yeah, why do you hit so hard, Eve? Why? Yes. Why do you hit so hard? Color with a K. Ooh, that was good. We're going to learn more about this particular group in just a minute. And we'll find out what year this was done. Rocking out on our Commodore 64 Ultimate. Oh, yeah, before Tanker, we need to. E.T., which is back in theaters. Actually, yeah, like I said, it was late. Yeah, it looks very late. 2022 plus, maybe. Yeah, before Tanker, we need to open a pinball hall and have this projected. Agreed. I do have an extra projector. If I could project this behind me. I love those. Those are so sweet. Let's make it happen. Let's do it, poor Tank Girl. Gotta be part of the multiverse. That's such clarity. Look at that. Keep this party going all night long. We need to do this in Nerdtacular for sure, though, right? Fight for our right to wait for it. Party. That was pretty cool. Facet is killing it. Facet killing it. Coma Fight. That's a great name. Coma Fight. Ooh. I like that. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah. Holy smokes. Fart? Oh. How are they making those spindly characters? How you do this? Oh my gosh. Poor Girl says mocap. I'm assuming they modeled this in a 3D application and then transferred, programmed it. That's cool. Flip disk. I'm in. Flip disk. All right, one more chance. Get your bet on what year this was made. Multiverse. Don't look it up. Don't be a cheater. Don't be a cheater. 4Tango says 2021. I'm going 2024. I'm taking 24. You could also go 24, but we'll have to share the lottery winnings. Oh yeah, like this. I want to see more from this universe. Axel says 2019. The race says from the future 2027. Or our Commodore VIC 20s because we can't afford memory more, right, Dre? Oh, I like that. What a gentle way to bring you down after all that hype. Yeah, Star Wars wipes. I'm a scruffy nerf herder, and I'm here for it. And everything? Holy smokes. Holy crap. Man. Multiverse 100% by Nah Color. Oh, listen to this. I love it when they do cover songs. I love when they do color songs. This is great. That was freaking awesome. Yeah, these graphics are great in Axel. Love it. Oh, here we go. Released out in Compo in 2024. Yeah. Let's read some more information here. Send us best wishes to the following. Abyss Connection. Arise. Whew, a lot of people. That was pretty cool. Ooh, the Finnish Gold. That's a great name. Pretzel Logic. Look at this Pretzel Logic. Let's read the info real quick. Multiverse 100% was released on 11th of May 2024. Nah Color was founded in July 95. Wow, they have been around for a minute. Check out more on their releases at CSDB, which is the place we usually go, .dk. And their group ID is 8265. Let me get this pulled up here. 8265. And let's see. Oh, and this was also released at X 2024, just like we'd seen previously. So let me, man, I wish I could have been at X 2024. That must have been hot. Now they got a new X coming out this year. Let me get it pulled over so you guys can see it as well. This is over on, this is, excuse me, we've been watching Multiverse 100% released in 2024 by the group Nah Color. Hope I'm saying that right. They do have a website here. Facebook, Nah Color. Released on May the 11th, 2024. It is a C64 demo and released at X 2024, which we had looked at earlier, and they have one coming out this year as well. Let's see, what did it was in the same. No, the other one was we watched was a 4K. What they got an Airwolf. Sid's used in this release. Oh, okay, so there was an Airwolf in there. Okay, so we used in this release Airwolf, Marion's theme, their own multiverse themes, and distortion tune. Okay, so I did think I heard some Airwolf there. Yeah, so look for downloads and external sites. Poke Finder, another great website. People seem to like it. Yeah. Oh, that's because I'm looking at. I was looking for what it might have scored, but all members. Let's see the releases. They've have some more recent releases actually. At Revision 2025, Tank and Soldier Spaceship. So they've done a few things since then. Adam and Eve 2024 is a demo at X24 as well. They won. They took 6th in mixed graphics at the X 2024. Is that the right one? No, that's that one. Oh, it just says released. Okay, so they must not have been in competition on this one because it didn't place. I don't know, man. If it didn't even place, holy crap. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to check out some of these guys next week. We'll load up some more, but we've been watching things that are just comes with the Commodore 64 Ultimate. That was pretty cool. That was pretty freaking sweet. So that's what we do here on the 8-Bit Computer Club. On Friday nights, we hang out. We play with our 8-bit computers and watch demos, play video games, talk about user interfaces, talk about projects we're working on. And that's how we roll on the 8-Bit Computer Club. Back again tomorrow. I wish every day should be 8-Bit Computer Club day. But we'll be back next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Usually go from about 6:30 to 8:30. Went a little long tonight, but that's okay. That was a pretty cool demo. Totally worth it. Let me get rid of this Windows capture. That's lame. Yeah, all day, every day before Tank Girl. So there you go. Let's take a look to see who of our Good Buddy Pals, Good Buddy Pal Sports, are out there streaming. I see that girl Joey is playing further Fallout 3. If you're not following that girl Joey, you should be. One of my favorite streamers out there. She also does Amiga Mondays. And those are always amazing. But she does cosplay as well. Let's see who else we got here. Atari Beer Pong. Do we usually raid in? I want to say that one night of the week we raid in on one more than the other. But Atari Beer Pong just came online, and he's doing Random Number Generator Fridays viewer request. And I think, I'm listening now, I think Joey's getting close to cutting out. She's around 5 hours in. So I'm going to give a shout out to that girl Joey. And then we're probably going to raid in on Atari Beer Pong as he is just now starting up. So let's give a shout out to a couple of people. First of all, let's give a shout out to that girl Joey. Amazing retro streamer. Has introduced me to a lot of things as well. And has real hardware she likes to work on. Make sure that goes out. That girl's Joey's channel there. She streams just about, I know she streams on Monday nights and Friday nights. And I think either might be Tuesday or Wednesday. Can't remember. Mayor Cheese, good night. May the forces of evil have become confused on their ways to her houses. That's great. I love it. Thank you, Mayor. Cheese. Thank you so much, Axel. And please come back. We always have fun with this stuff. We'll be playing some video games on Monday night. Oh, actually, might be doing it on Sunday night. Stay tuned for the schedule. I'll update it. Oh, and then don't forget to follow Tonda Gasa. Tonda will be the next person up for streaming. He'll be on tomorrow for a good bit. I'm going to try to pop in on Saturday, which has apparently been unusual for me since I've been mostly been doing the indoor percussions on Saturday nights, but we'll be back to our normal schedule. Probably pop in, maybe update you guys on what I'm doing with the TI-99. Tonda is streaming from 12 p.m. Eastern, or noon, 12 noon Eastern time, and then I guess until he drops. Maybe finishing up Descent 3 with the 2 flight sticks. Oh, I love watching that. Tonda's got an amazing collection of controllers, which if anybody knows anything, that's really the meat and potatoes of doing some real retro gameplay, right? Excuse me. So we got that and that. Now we're going to raid in on, I think we're going to just raid in on, is it /raid? And then I believe it's Atari Beer Pong. Well, so that doesn't always work right. So I'm going to go, and I am going to go do it with the other. I'm just going to go click on it as soon as I find him in my list of peeps. There we go. He just started himself, and he's doing Atari, Sega, Nintendo, and DOS games. Real hardware. Pretty freaking awesome. Keeps it kind of clean. Me and Tonda and Atari and Past the Plunger and Joey, we keep it pretty clean. Maybe PG-13 sometimes, but for the most part, we keep it pretty wholesome. Tonda being the most wholesome of us all. Yeah, so there you go. So tune in to that. But we're about to raid in an Atari Beer Pong. Had a great time tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for those who support the show, whether it be through patreon.com/Brian Dunaway or right here on Twitch or on YouTube. The Ray says, unlike Scott, my co-host of the Play Retro Show, playing Resident Evil 9. Yes, agreed. If you have suggestions or would like to see me do some 8-bit computing stuff that we haven't covered so far, we'll keep bringing in more 8-bit computers through rotation and playing with those. But if you have something specific you're looking for, just let me know. We'll try to look at that. And if you have a problem yourself and you're trying to get it figured out, feel free to hit us up during the stream or on the Discord channel anytime during the week. Thank you guys so much. I've been Brian Dunaway, and this has been a blast, and we'll see you soon for some more 8-bit computing. Let's do it.